Hello to everyone. In this video, let us discuss what are the defects in solids. So generally, we assume that every solid is having systematic arrangement, but it's not always correct because some defects might present in which one every solid. Okay, not especially one or two. In the universe, nothing is perfect. Everything has its own defect. So, like that, here we assume that the compound is any compound is having systematic arrangement, but this is not always correct. That solid is having somewhat irregularities in the arrangement of atoms. What is the reason behind in the irregularities in any that arrangement of atoms? Means here all solids have a tendency to get which one here defect, because in that deficiency, that means in that defect, they what they are going to get here means disorderliness, randomliness they are going to get, and due to that what happens, entropy increases. So for this reason all solids have a tendency to get a defect. So like that here most and it is not easy to prepare which one a compound with stoichiometric ratio. Even though whatever the precautions we have taken, there may be a defect in that which one that compound. So it is not possible to prepare a compound with exact stoichiometric ratio. So like that here every solid has its own defect, and here crystal defects are classified into two types generally. One is intrinsic, another one extrinsic. Intrinsic defect means within the pure crystal we can see the formation of the defect. So the defect formed in pure crystal is said to be which one here, intrinsic defect. And by the addition of impurities, if any defect is observed there, means that is called extrinsic defect. Okay, then broadly how many type of defects are there? Means only two types of defects are there. One is a point defect and another one line defect or extended defect. Point defect means what here? The irregularities around a sphere in crystal lattice is known as which one? Point defect. That means here let it be the NaCl crystal. Now this is positive, this is negative, positive, negative, like that. If Cl minus ion is not present there, let it be the NaCl crystal lattice. If Cl minus ion is missed out from that lattice point, now this is related to which one? The irregularity around a sphere. So it is known as which one? Point defect. And another one, line defect or extended defect. That means in a complete one row, if we are observing that defect, that is said to be which one here? Extended defect or line defect. So like that broadly defects, crystal defects are classified into two types: point defects and line or extended defects. Now let us see the point defects here. Point defects are again of three types. Point defects are again of three types. What are the three types? See here. First one is stoichiometric defects. Stoichiometric defects. And second one is non-stoichiometric defects. And third one is impurity defects. So like that, point defects are classified into three types. And we know that stoichiometric compounds are called Daltonides, Non-stoichiometric compounds are called Bertholloids. So like that here now, point defects are classified into three types: stoichiometric defects, non-stoichiometric defects, and another one impurity defects. So now let us see regarding stoichiometric defects. So what are stoichiometric defects? See here. These stoichiometric defects are come under which one? Point defects, and these are come under intrinsic defects, and these are also known as thermodynamic defects. Why thermodynamic defects we are calling here? As temperature increases, these point defects also increases. That's why only this stoichiometric defect is called point defect, and also intrinsic defect, and also called thermodynamic defect. Now, point defects, that means stoichiometric defects, are again classified into two types. These stoichiometric defects or thermodynamic defects are again of two types. In that, the first one is Schottky defect. First one is which one? Schottky defect. And the second one is Frenkel defect. Schottky defect, and the second one is which one? Frenkel defect. Okay, let us see first what is Schottky defect here. So first one, let us see Schottky defect. So this is the vacancy defect in an ionic solid. Vacancy defect means what here? That ions present in a crystal lattice, they will disappear from their lattice site. Ions disappear from their lattice site. That means the crystal lattice completely loses that ions. But to maintain the electrical neutrality, the number of cations and number of ions disappeared are in equal number. Then only we can see the maintenance of that which one? Electrical neutrality. So like that, the number of cations disappeared from crystal lattice equal to number of anions disappeared. So like that, if you consider NaCl crystal, in that Na plus and Cl minus ions are located like this. Now for suppose if Na plus ion disappeared from the lattice site, to maintain the electrical neutrality, Cl minus ion also disappears from the lattice site. So now, if some ions, equal number of cations and anions, if they are disappeared from the lattice site completely, they get away, the defect is known as which one? Schottky defect. And what are the important things we have to remember in this? Which will exhibit this Schottky defect means the ionic crystals are having high coordination number, like 6 or 8 coordination number. That means NaCl, KCl, such type of ionic crystals exhibit which one? Schottky defect. So first we have to remember that point here. The crystals having high coordination number exhibit Schottky defect. And another important one here, the ionic crystals in which cation and anion have almost equal size, they also exhibit Schottky defect. This we have to remember. And then due to the loss of ions from the crystal lattice, what happens here? Density of that crystal lattice decreases. Density of the crystal lattice, what happens here? Decreases. So these we have to remember. And some more important points are there in this. If we consider which one? NaCl. So in NaCl, there are 10 power 6 Schottky pairs are present per 1 cc. In NaCl, there are 10 power 6 Schottky pairs are present per 1 cc. In general, 10 power 22 ions are present per 1 cc. These are which one? Ions. But in 1 cc, how many Schottky pairs are there? 10 power 6. So that indicates what here? For every 10 power 16 ions, one Schottky defect is there. So for every 10 power 16 ions, there is one Schottky defect. So we have to remember these important things regarding which one Schottky defect. Okay, then come to the second one here, Frenkel defect. So of course it is the combination effect of which one here, that dislocation and vacancy defect. So what is here we can see. For example, if any one of that cations, if dislocate from its normal site and occupy the interstitial site, then the defect is said to be which one here? Frenkel defect. I repeat again, the smaller cations dislocate from the normal site, and they occupy the interstitial site. So this is combination of vacancy defect and which one here? Dislocation defect. So like that, the cation dislocates into the interstitial site, and which will exhibit this type of Schottky defect here? The ionic crystals in which there is a large difference in sizes of cation and anion. They exhibit which one here? This that Frenkel defect. And another one, the ionic crystals which are having less coordination number, means 4 or 6, they exhibit this Frenkel defect. Examples for components which are exhibiting this defect is zinc sulfide, AgCl, AgBr and AgI. One important point here, AgBr exhibits both Schottky defect and Frenkel defect. So in so many competitive exams that question appeared for say so many times. So like that here, AgBr exhibits both the Schottky and Frenkel defects. So this is regarding which one? Stoichiometric defects. Okay, then let us see non-stoichiometric defects. What are non-stoichiometric defects? So generally, non-stoichiometric defects may be metal excess or metal deficiency defects. So first, let us write here non-stoichiometric defects. These are of two types, maybe metal excess or metal deficiency. Metal excess or metal deficiency defects. So let us see first metal excess defects. First one in non-stoichiometric, metal excess defect, and it is again of two types. Metal excess defect is again of how many types? So two types. In that the first one is metal excess due to anionic vacancies. Let us see what is this defect here. So for example, if we consider any one crystal, in that generally cations and anions are in same number, but here in this defect is what here? One anionic vacancy is created, and that is captured by which one? Electron. So here in this defect, the deficiency of anion we can see. That means anion site is present in vacant and that is occupied or captured by which one here? Electron. So if anion disappears from the lattice site, creating one vacancy which is captured by an electron, that is said to be which one here? Metal excess due to anionic vacancies. So let us see what are the examples here. For example, if we consider NaCl, it is colorless. That means a white color crystal. But NaCl, when heated with sodium vapor, it turns to yellow color. And similarly, KCl, when heated with potassium vapor, it turns to violet color. And lithium chloride, when heated with lithium vapor, it turns to which color? Pink color. So for this, what is the reason? Means the defect formed due to the metal excess, for that which one? Due to anionic vacancies. And here what happened here when that sodium chloride is heated with sodium vapor? Let us see. So now when sodium chloride is heated with sodium vapor, what happens here? The sodium vapor combine with Na plus ions and escape out as NaCl. This sodium vapor combine with which one here? Cl minus ion, and that escape out as NaCl, leaving one electron. That electron occupies which one here? Anionic vacancy. Due to that, what happened here? This Na plus is excess in this crystal. That means this is created by which one? Due to the loss of Cl minus ion. So due to the loss of Cl minus ion, now number of Na plus ions are in excess. So this is called which one here? Metal excess. What is the reason? Due to anionic vacancy. Now here, that anionic vacancy occupied by electron is known as F center, and that F center is responsible for the color of now this non-stoichiometric NaCl. Now NaCl is having which color? Yellow color. That yellow color is due to which one? This F center. As the number of F centers increases, that contraction of that yellow color also increases. So this is due to which one here? Metal excess due to which one? Anionic vacancies. Okay, then let us see another metal excess defect. What is that? Second one is here, metal excess due to extra cations. So if extra cations are present in that crystal, now that is said to be having which one? The defect. So here what is happening, we can see, when zinc oxide, if you consider, it is also white in color, that means colorless. But when zinc oxide is heated, that loses which one? Oxygen gas. That means what here? Some of the oxygen atoms escaped out from the lattice site. When number of oxygen atoms decreases, which are in excess number, means Zn plus 2 ions. Now here also we can see some defect in that crystal, but comparatively oxygen atoms, now some extra Zn plus 2 ions are there. So now this is called metal excess defect, due to which one? Presence of extra cations. Now after heating that, zinc oxide turns to which color? Means yellow color. So now here, due to the presence of extra Zn plus 2 compared with oxygen atoms, now this is also said to be which one? Metal excess defect. So now these are which one? Metal excess defects. And another one, metal deficiency defect. Now in these two cases we observed that metal is in excess amount compared with that non-metal. Now let us see what is metal deficiency defect. Metal deficiency defect means it is not possible to prepare which one here, stoichiometric compound, and it is having some defect. For example, if you want to prepare iron oxide, we may not get that in stoichiometric ratio. Now what we can get here, Fe 0.93O. That means actually we want to prepare FeO, but it is not possible easily. Now that prepared compound has the composition Fe 0.93O. If you want to get stoichiometric compound, that formula should be which one? FeO. But we got the composition like this. So it is said to be which one? Non-stoichiometric compound. And here that metal is less than the original value. So that's why only it is known as metal deficiency defect. In this majorly what the questions we get here means, let us take this one only one example. In Fe 0.93O, let us consider 100 O minus 2 ions are present. Now the number of Fe plus 2 and Fe plus 3 ions present in this non-stoichiometric compound. They give the question like that. So now how to determine the number of Fe plus 2 and number of Fe plus 3 ions present in this non-stoichiometric compound? How much they have given? 100 O minus 2 ions. 100 O minus 2 ions means the total negative charge in this crystal compound is how much? Means minus 200. Total negative charge is how much? Minus 200. Due to which one? 100 O minus 2 ions. That's why only total negative charge minus 200. Now let us calculate number of Fe plus 2 and number of Fe plus 3 ions present in that. So if these are 100 oxygen atoms, now iron ions should be how much? Means 93. So total iron ions, how many are there? Means 93, because these we have taken 100. And among the 93, now let us consider X ions having plus 2 charge. Among the 93, X ions are having plus 2 charge. Therefore 93 minus of X ions will have how much charge? Means here plus 3 charge. And here to maintain the electrical neutrality, this oxygens having minus 200 charge means the total charge present on iron ions should be equal to plus 200. That means X number of Fe plus 2, 93 minus of X, Fe plus 3 ions, the total charge should be equal to 200. So therefore X into plus 2 plus 93 minus of X into plus 3 should be equal to how much? 200. Of course plus 200. Upon this calculation, 2x plus 93 into 3 means how much we can get? 3 3s are 9, 3 9s are 27. That means 279 minus 3x equals to 200. And upon calculation, what we can get here? X equals to 79. X equals to how much we can get? 79. That means the number of iron plus 2 ions out of 93, how many iron ions having plus 2 charge? Means 79. And these 79 are having plus 2 charge. And 93 minus 79 means 14 ions having how much charge? Means plus 3 charge. Now without calculation also we can give this answer. how we can give the answer means, generally they give the options here. What are the options they give? See here. In Fe 0.93O, if 100 of O minus 2 ions are there, number of Fe plus 2 and Fe plus 3 ions they will give the question. So first option they might give 80 Fe plus 2 ions and 13 Fe plus 3 ions. Second option 79 Fe plus 2 ions and 14 Fe plus 3 ions. They give the options like this. But how to determine answer without any such type of calculations? See here. If 100 oxide ions are there means total negative charge should be minus 200. Therefore, total positive charge also should be equal to which one? Plus 200. Of course, change in that sign. Plus 200. So, if you multiply this charge with number of ions, 80 into 2 means we can get plus 160. 13 3s are 39. 160 plus 39 means what we can get here? 160 plus 39 means we can get 199, but it is not equals to 200 now, so this is not the correct answer. Now come to the second option. 79 2s are 79 2s are how much we can get? 80 2s are 160. 79 2s are means we can get 158. Okay, then 158 after that 14 3s are what we can get to 42. 158 plus 42 means we are getting how much charge? Plus 200. So this is the right answer. That's it. And I give another question, such type of calculations. Now let us see another one. Fe